95. He obviously is a big Orlando fan, but he said to make sure that I mentioned that he also is good friends with LeBron James for Nike, and Wally Szczerbiak, who won the tournament at Tahoe last summer as the best scorer of all current and former NBA players. Charles Barkley was last, but that was before he took lessons from Hank Haney, Tiger's coach.
I know it was a lead up to something. Tiger makes his home just outside of Orlando. There's Turner with a shot clock running down. And the Magic with a 96-78 lead. There's still time remaining, but to this point, it has been the most ineffective game of the series for LeBron James. On the drive that time, he's turned back. Is it the Magic defensive effort, or is it fatigue finally setting in for LeBron, who's played in just an incredible number of minutes, averaging about 44 a game?
Well, I think it's a combination of both, but you got to give a lot of credit to Stan Van Gundy and switching up his defensive philosophy and looks at at LeBron James, but also 44 minutes a game in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's a lot and taxing, and you got to understand, not only is he scoring, but he's getting everyone else involved, and this is what he's been looking at in Game 6 tonight. Screen and roll, but who is he going into? Now, these were fouls in some of the other games, but tonight, Dwight is doing a good job of keeping his hands up, and when he does the go up to contest, he's going straight up, and the officials are rewarding as he just picked up his 5th foul, going over the top.
It also put the Magic over the limit, and LeBron is only 5 of 8 at the line. The Cavs 8 for 17. National coverage of the NBA playoffs continues. Thursday on ABC, it'll be the NBA Finals starting at 8:30 p.m. If there's a Game 7, it'll be on TNT on Monday night.
This is a chance for the Cavaliers to score with no time coming off the clock. Get your defense set. Try to get some quick stops.
Shot clock at 5. And as they double up on Howard, a foul is called. It is on Varejao, number 5. Sasha Pavlovich is on the floor for the first time. That was a non-shooting foul. Take another look.
Dwight Howard into the body of Varejao.
There's Howard battling his way, and he draws the foul. It's on Pavlovich. Dwight Howard has been unstoppable here tonight. 33 points in all, 13 of 18 from the field.
And what I like about it is, even if the double team is coming down, he's still accepting it and finding his teammates. And if it doesn't come, he's going straight at the body of Anderson Varejao or Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and you can even throw Ben Wallace in there.
Howard now 8 of 11 at the line. Dwight Howard doing it all. 9 of 12 at the line, 35 points in all. James, Lewis with the rebound. And time is running out on the Cavaliers. Howard, beautiful move, but could not finish. Hustled down by Pietrus. And they get the new clock.
And some time off. Time is on your side right now. No need to rush your shots. You have the lead.
And off that entry pass, they try to wrap up Howard. And the foul on Mo Williams, so Dwight Howard back to the line. You know, prior to the start of this series, the Cavaliers, by most people around the country, were felt to be the overwhelming favorite, primarily because of LeBron James, and many people have not been able to see the Orlando Magic. Well, this is a team that won 59 games, 59-23 in the regular season, and as we saw during the playoffs, a very resilient club. Opening round beat the 76ers in 6 after trailing in that series 2-1. Eastern Conference semis, they beat the Celtics, a Celtic team that is short-handed without Kevin Garnett and Leon Powe, a valuable guy off the bench, but they did it by winning a Game 7 in Boston. Their play is no accident, particularly when you look back at the regular season and the number of wins they've had against quality teams. As Delonte West able to knock it down. It's now a 99-82 lead, just under 3 to go in this fourth quarter. And they're on their way to defeating a Cavalier team that had the best record during the regular season at 60-16. Varejao with the rebound. A team that has the most valuable player in LeBron James, the coach of the year in Mike Brown. Here's Varejao to the rim. So the lead is 15. The Magic have led by as many as 21, and they have led all the way.
And, everyone was thinking because Cleveland steamrolled to the conference finals, sweeping Detroit, sweeping Atlanta, but they just ran into Dwight Howard with the spin move. Oh, my goodness. 38 points for Dwight Howard.
Delonte West right back. There's dunk number 6 for Howard, for those of you keeping score at home. And it's a playoff career high of 38 points. West on the steal, and he's fouled by Turkoglu. Cavaliers looking for a clear path foul as a timeout is called.
Well, there's no way you can guard this. You think he's going to the middle? Little fake middle, spin baseline right off your body for the finish.
Of sports moments I'd like to forget, that Brian Sipe interception in the divisional playoff, the drive orchestrated by John Elway, the fumble by Ernest Finer, the shot by Michael Jordan over Craig Elo, 95 World Series loss to Atlanta. The Jose Mesa blown save, Game 7 of the 97 World Series. Cavs getting swept by the Spurs in the 2007 NBA Finals. And in a moment, you'll be able to add this year's Eastern Conference Finals to the Cleveland fans' heartbreak.
Well, what's tough is you had the best record in the league. Everyone had to come through you. They got off to a great start. You swept Detroit, you swept Atlanta, and things just didn't go as planned. 32 and 39-2 at home, and really that last game they lost, they had 5 starters not in uniform, so they easily could have went 40-1. So a lot of things were stacked in their favor to get them to the finals, but they ran into a red-hot Magic team that was clicking on all cylinders.
And a Magic team that had come off a tough series against the Celtics. Delonte West looking for a foul, but it'll be a jump ball. While the Cavaliers were sitting home after the 2 streaks by double digits every game, and they had a 9-day layoff. And I know there are people who feel that they can rationalize after the fact, but it really hurt Cleveland. Game 1 in Cleveland, won by the Magic. Could have been 2-0 for Orlando, but LeBron James hit that 3-point shot for the game winner in Game 2 to pull it out. And then Orlando wins twice here, jumping in front 3-1. Must-win situation. Cavaliers win at home in Game 5. And here we are, Game 6, and the Magic about to wrap it.
And we got to talk about LeBron James and how taxing this series was because of all the minutes he had to play and everything he had to do, just brilliantly scoring at will. But it just wasn't enough, and Mike Brown could not find rest for him.
And LeBron sitting it out. Tonight, 7 of 19, 22 points in all. Just 1 point in the fourth quarter. Let's check in with Craig Sager.
Well, it seems like an awfully long time ago, but it wasn't. It was as recently as Game 5 against Boston when Dwight Howard complained he wasn't getting enough touches. He and Stan Van Gundy had a falling out. They got together, and since then, Dwight Howard has definitely gotten the touches. 33 of them here in this game, 12 in the first quarter, 6 times down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And Stan said, listen, it'll help if you make your free throws. Dwight Howard has done that 10 out of 14 tonight.
All right, Craig, LeBron James back on the floor with 50 seconds to play. Standing ovation from this crowd here at Amway. And the foul is called on James. Dwight Howard leading the way for the Magic. 38 points, 14 of 20 from the field, 10 of 14 at the line. And he has 2 more coming up right here.
He set the tone early. Charles talked about it at the top of the show about Dwight Howard being able to get these fans out of their seat, and he did not disappoint. And I like Stan's approach. Let's get the ball down low. If they're going to double, great. That'll unleash our three-point shooting. If not, attack the bigs of Cleveland.
And Reggie, the question will be asked in the big picture, how does this affect LeBron James? Will he remain in Cleveland? Will he give the front office another opportunity to upgrade the surrounding parts? That will be a point of much discussion the next couple of months.
Well, every time he plays, everyone's going to wonder all next year, where is LeBron James going to do after the decision of the full season? Is he going to, once he becomes a free agent, everyone's going to be pumped. You know, you got Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. But that man right there, LeBron James, people are going to want to know, is he going to stay? Me being a guy who's been in a small market for 18 years in Indiana, I think it would be fabulous if he stayed in Cleveland. I think it's great for the game to have superstars in smaller markets. But when the bright lights and the big cities come calling, Broadway, possibly, it could be a little tempting.
Well, the Knicks have certainly cleared the cap space. And I know that LeBron certainly would like to see the league do well, but he's not going to stay in a market for the sake, of some of the smaller markets doing well. Here comes West for James, and he puts it down. A half minute to go. As the crowd serenades the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Orlando Magic on their way to the NBA Finals to face the Los Angeles Lakers. The alley-oop broken up. And the West is stripped with final seconds. The Orlando Magic have defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6. And they are headed to the finals for the first time since 1995.
And then at the offensive end, knocking down threes from the corner. I mean, he's a two-way player. Now he's got the next best player in this league in Kobe Bryant.
I know what next you talk about, because the best player to me still is Kobe Bryant, because he has a great understanding of how to finish games better than anybody in basketball. So I don't know about that next best. But I'll tell you what, I thought the Cleveland Cavaliers, they played great all year, but they're going to have to live with 2 decisions. They're going to say, should we have not doubled Dwight Howard to give those threes to those great shooters? Or the other thing, should we have let LeBron James guard Turkoglu or Rashard Lewis for the entire series? And that not at all.
Here, LeBron trying to force a Game 7. The guy's got his own puppets here.
Oh, so I got it here with 2 threes.
And early on, watch Dwight.
And this really set the tone for the Magic. Is really Dwight Howard's dominance down low. And And I was wondering, what was Mike Brown's adjustment going to be? Were they going to double team him? Were they going to let him go one-on-one? Like Kenny said, hey, let him go and get 30, 35, because that's not going to beat you.
He did.
But they were in
both.
between.
They
did both.
They were in no man land, Reggie, the whole game. No one really came. No one really stopped him. He just did what he wanted.
Him going against Augustus and Ben Wallace and guys like that, man, the Bears, that's not a fair fight.
Again, Howard down low and off the glass and just working the offensive glass.
I mean, you can't expect Augustus to keep up with that young kid. That's just unfair.
I think, like I said, there's mismatches everywhere in every game and every series. But it's how you execute against them. How do you prevent them? How do you curtail them in key moments? Not all games, but in key moments.
Look at LeBron right here. He had 13 points in the first quarter. Did not score again in the half.
But Ernie, Kenny wants to talk about matchup. Look at here. Varejao cannot guard Rashard Lewis.
Not off the run. Not after you went to double team and you're running out.
But I'm saying, and Ben Wallace can't do it. These mismatches. Cleveland Cavaliers just got an older team. That's just the bottom line. They can't guard those young three guys.
Well, I tell you what, there's going to be so many questions starting next year, with it being LeBron James, the final year of his contract, and obviously where is he going to go?
LeBron James is staying in Cleveland.
He better stay in Cleveland.
Well, he's got a lot of time to think about that.
I hope he stays in Cleveland.
I do too. I really do. And like I said, being in a small market for 18 years in Indiana, I think it would be great for LeBron to be in Cleveland. It's just, you've got to have superstars everywhere, and he's really lifted that city up, and, this is just a bump in the road. 66 wins, the best record. I mean,
18.
We talked about, flip-flopping the two superstars of our league, Kobe Bryant and him.
18-point game at the half, guys, and then all of a sudden Cleveland makes a little run right at the start of the third quarter.
They needed a full-blown marathon. When we were talking there, it was like trying to get the lead down to, Kenny said 9 or 10. They still were down. They made a run, but they were still down 16.
14, 16.
Well, they got it to within 10 at one point.
Well, when you're down 10 in a closeout game on the road, that's like being down 20.
And then Dwight Howard, I thought he did an excellent job today. Normally he doesn't read the double teams great, but I thought, like you said, Reggie, they were in no man's land, so he got an opportunity to see the floor. He made great passes out of the double team, and then also he finished wise by himself. But this guy, Delonte West, played great.
And Ernie, you know what? People can say they want to. LeBron James retired tonight. I know he's not going to say it, but he was not explosive and aggressive like he's been the entire playoffs. And Michael Peters deserves a lot of credit for that.
Well, we talked about this. We said, can LeBron James play 3 games like he did in the last game? And the answer is no.
Or like he played the first 5.
No, the last quarter was a little bit different. Even though Ernie had big games, but the last quarter he was asked to do everything on every possession. And I thought that was too much for any person to do. And that means there's no room for error. And tonight there was no room for error, and you lose a big game.
You saw Michael Peters. You guys have talked about his being the X factor in this series and how he really delivered night in and night out. And Rashard Lewis, 18 points in the clincher, 6 out of 13.
This is a mismatch here.
Not fair. Cigarette and a blindfold, please. 40 points, 14 rebounds. 14. It's not for me. It's not for me.
What about the Bullets?
It's for who's ever guarded him.
They're not as bad as the Bullets, though.
Stan Van Gundy.
The master of panic.